Okay, hi guys, we're doing our 15-minute Pilates practice today. So let's start lying on your back. Legs are bent and the feet are placed on the floor, just about hip distance apart. And just to find that mobility through the spine and just warm up the body, we're just going to move into our bridge. So flowing up through the hips, through the spine, and switching on the glutes, and then lowering all the way down. Let's go 6 rounds just like this. And then going up again, this time hold at the top, lifting the hips, and then maybe just holding where you are, or take the hands underneath the lower back, go a little bit deeper onto the elbows, and find more of a stretch through the hip flexors here. And keep the top of the head reaching long, find another breath right where you are, and then as you release the hands, roll yourself down towards the floor. Okay, so the next time we're going to go up, I'm going to sink the weight a little bit deeper into the left foot and reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. Now keep the pelvis stable as you lower the leg and then lift back up. And going 6 leg lifts. And then take that foot onto the mat and go onto the other side. So again, keeping the pelvis stable and lowering and lifting through the leg. And then rolling down after that last one. Okay, so from here, floating the legs up into your tabletop, and we're going into double leg femur arcs. So the arms at about 45 degrees. The neck's nice and long, and we're lowering on your in-breath and then lifting on the out-breath. After that last one, we're sweeping the feet across to the right and then taking the feet over to the right side and then across to the left and over to the left. 6 lowers and lifts on each side. Okay, so from here, drawing the arms down by the side, hovering the arms, lift the head and the shoulders, and then pulsing the arms up and down. So inhaling for 4 counts, 3, 2, 1, and then exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. And keep that breath pattern going. And then maybe extending the legs up or lowering them down. And finding one last full breath. And then drawing the knees in and releasing the shoulders, the head. Okay, so then feet are on the floor, hands are coming underneath the hips with the palms facing towards the floor. Then bring the knees back into the tabletop and extend the legs up to the ceiling. Now this is just a nice little release for the lower back. So we're lowering the legs maybe about halfway down and then letting them rise up. Let's go 6 repetitions of this. And then this time as we lower the legs, open the legs out to either side and then circle them up. Lowering and then circling out and letting them rise. Do another 4 more here. Bring the knees in, take the feet to the floor, release the hands, legs float into your tabletop, extend the legs up towards the sky, and lifting the hips, roll the body over and start to lift the sit bones up towards the sky. And we're lifting through the hamstrings, and we want to find as much length here as you can through the spine. The legs are staying parallel to the floor, and then from here rolling vertebrae by vertebrae all the way back down. Keeping the shoulders, the arms nice and soft, and then again lowering the legs halfway. So just as we did before, open the legs out to either side and circle them around. Lifting the hips, float back, lifting the sit bones, reaching the legs long, and then rolling vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. Lower the legs halfway, circle the legs out and up, and just one last time. And bending the knees, draw the knees in close, and take the feet onto the floor. Okay, so from here rolling up, and we're just moving onto the side. So coming onto the forearms, and we want the underarm to shine forward. And stacking the hips, stacking the legs, and floating the left hand or the top arm just on top of the leg or by the side. As you ground down through the forearms, lift the hips, and then lifting the top arm, lifting the leg, and then releasing all the way down. We're going up 2 more times. So pressing out through the outer edge of the bottom foot. Lift the hips, lift the arm and the foot. And then release the hand, the leg, and then lower the hips. 1 more time. Lift up through the hips. And then lowering all the way down. And we're sweeping the legs over to the other side. Okay, so the top arm just resting on top of the leg. Grounding through the forearm, lifting out of that bottom shoulder. Hips are rising, leg and hand. Inhale to lengthen, exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lift, and then release. And 1 more time. Okay, so then bringing the legs back into your tabletop, the arms are back out at that 45-degree angle. And we're lowering the knees over to the left, now keeping them together and keeping that right shoulder blade to the floor. So maintain contact with the shoulder blades as you roll across the sacrum and sweep the knees over to the right. Let the out breath draw the knees back into the center. Okay, the next time you come back to the center, extend the legs up to the ceiling. Now coming into that pendulum just as we did the other day, rocking them over to the left, and the range might be a little bit smaller, but keeping the shoulder blades still connected on the floor. And try not to take any weight into the arms, into the shoulders, so using just that core strength to draw the feet back in and roll them over. I think that's about 6 rounds on each side, and then rebending the knees, and then from here opening the knee out to the side. Now taking the hands maybe onto the hips to maintain that stability and just for that feedback of the hands. One more time on each side, and then from here, lifting the head and the shoulders, and taking the right hand to the outside of the right leg and the left hand to the knee. Now extend the left leg out and keep the shin lifted to lift through the upper body, and then changing the legs over. Now find a full extension each time you reach one leg out and away from the body. And then going just a little bit quicker for 6 breaths. And lower the body all the way to the floor. Now finding that assisted roll up, bring the hands on behind the knees, reaching through the crown of the head and lifting the head. The elbows are wide and the hamstrings are using that strength to lift you up. Rising at the top and then rounding as you tuck the tailbone, roll back onto the floor. Re-lengthen to the crown and use your breath and the leg strength to lift you up. That last one, rolling all the way down. And then from here we're just going to roll over to the side and find that side kick series. So whichever side to start with, resting the head onto the bottom of the hand. The sun is blazing into my eyes. And then keeping that neutral spine and keeping the torso quiet and the hips stacked. Lift up through the top leg and then float the leg forward with a flexed foot. Now keeping the hips stacked again as you float the leg back and without extending too much, so keep the belly drawing in. Okay, coming back to the center and lifting and lowering that leg. Be careful not to sink down through that bottom waist, so keep that bottom waist lifted. The abdominals drawing in and the torso nice and quiet. And then coming into the leg circles, circling the foot one way, and the circles can be as small or as big as you like. So we're keeping the bottom waist lifted. And then circle the opposite way. Okay, then releasing that leg down, give the glutes a little stretch, and then rolling onto your belly. Now from here, arms are down by the side with the palms facing towards the floor. Hovering the head, reach long through the crown, and then hover the arms and lift through the feet, through the knees, to the thighs. Draw the fingers back, take a breath here, and then soften all the way down. Now go there 2 more times. So inhaling on the floor as you reach through the crown, and then exhaling as you lift. Inhaling at the top, and then exhale as you lower. Inhaling here, exhale as you rise. Inhaling at the top, and then exhale as you release. Now this time come up one last time. And then holding here, turn the toes out to either side and start to beat the heels together. Now inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now take 2 more breaths just like that. And then nice and gently release everything down. And we're rolling onto the other side. Okay, so coming back into that side kick series, the top hands resting in front of the belly, lifting through the bottom waist and reaching out through the feet, and then starting that forward and back floating motion through the leg. And then the next time you come back to the center and lifting and lowering the leg. again, beginning those circles all the way around. And then in the opposite direction. And then lowering that leg, the bottom of glute or rod. And then we're rolling onto our belly. And this time pushing back the hips all the way to the heels. Just give you some release to the lower back. And then rising up onto your hands, your knees, and then creating that neutral spine again. So reaching through the crown of your head. So on all fours, the hands and the knees. And this time from here, so without any movement through the hips, we're lifting the right leg out to the side. And then lowering down. Now 6 times here. 2, 3, 4. Keep both hands nice and grounded. 5, 6. And then rise one more time. And then you see if you can extend that leg out, re-bend, and then release the knee. Then over to the other side. So the left knee is reaching out. And after that last one, lift up through the knee and extend the left leg out. And then re-bending and release the knee. Curl the toes under, walk the hands back, roll onto the soles of the feet, and then finding that forward fold. And then start to roll up nice and slowly.